Hello and welcome back to Boo Bear Trader. Today I'm gonna do something special. I will do what's called a lightning round, where I will go through the stocks. I would say I'm gonna do maybe like 15-20 minutes, quickly go over the stocks and give my thoughts about the stocks. All right, first I'm gonna start with SNDK. You can see it within 1 week, it dropped 31% after went up, I don't know, 5 times, 6 times. All right, so with this stock, I'm seeing the next stop. I would say it could be at the end of the drop. If it go even lower, I would say right here at 186 or 187. And then I expect a bounce either tomorrow or let's say a week from now, Thanksgiving. It might bounce back to 216. All right. So 187 and then 216. All right. That was 20% one day, guys. OKLO, 14%. Well, if people watch my video, you know that I expected to drop down probably around $50 to $54. All right. So looks like it broke out. You can see my pullback and then bounce, right? And looks like it just did that, and now it might try to come down more. However, not so fast. We are at the support level right here at 84. So I think we might bounce into the next week. Maybe up to, I would say, 98 to 105. Okay. And that's for OKLO. And then after that, it can come back and come lower, hitting probably 70 next. So we will have to see. All right. All right. ASTS. Let's see. Okay, so it actually, let me see. Okay, so look like we are going to fill this gap right here at 49. I mean, we're going to close the gap. So I would say at around 48 is a good support. So 48. And then I expect a bounce up to probably 56 to 58. All right. So 58. We will come back to these in a week and see how they do. Okay, next we have NBIS. Okay, so you saw I expect a bounce over here. So it did bounce, but that was a quick collapse, right? It pulled back so quickly. And you know that for these, usually it can come back really, really fast. So you can see it's still have a little bit of a support right here. So I would say we might come back a little bit more, or from here it will bounce, right? Because of the support right here. Most likely it will bounce back and test 99 again. So 99 will be there, and 76 will be the support for now. Micron, almost 11% today. Okay, so real quick, you can see it broke below, but look like we are gonna come back and test the support. It was the resistance, so I'm seeing it's gonna come down to test right here at 185. Okay, so 185, and then it's gonna bounce. So it might come down a little bit more and then bounce back to 211. You can see it rally a lot. Usually it will come back to test and then rally more, and maybe coming down afterward to all the way here to close these gap right here, or even down here. But most likely we will see something like this for Micron. Right, BitMiner, no, sorry, BitMine immersion tech. So about a week ago, I look at it, I say it is coming into the good support right here. Most likely we bounce and then pull back. Well, it did not, and right now look like it's at 26, so it's really oversold. I'm thinking this might be a bounce coming soon. So if most of the tech coming back, I'm seeing it come back to 33 next. All right, and then it might come back down like this, go lower, or most likely it will come back to at least here 42 to test. All right, or it can go up to 48 as I expected. Sometimes it takes a longer time to play out. Okay. All right, so next we have Rigetti computing. So you can see it bounced a lot, trying to come back to test this orange line. It did bounce. Okay, I expected to bounce 28. It bounced to 27 and change, and then pull back today. So again, same move. I believe it might next. It might come up and test 31. Okay, it might and might not hit it, but I'm pretty confident that it will maybe come down here and then come back, test 28 and then hit 31. Unless Ethereum is coming down more, and we will have a test at around 15. So I will put it right here. But for 20 to 22 area, that is a really good support. So I put right here 20 as the major support. All right. Next we have Robinhood. All right, Robinhood, we got a head and shoulder about a couple months ago. Look like it's playing out right now. And if I measure it, look like we might test 100. And today is 106, so it's getting close. Maybe just a little bit more, and then we will bounce up to 117. to test. Okay. But yeah, look like it's oversold now. More often than not, it will come back to the support and then test these and maybe head a little bit higher to 130 and then pull back. So something like this. Okay. All right. SE, I think we did already open. So last time I reviewed it was about a couple weeks ago. I expected to hit 550 and then bounce up to 640. Well, it went and then bounced up all the way to 936. And guess where I'm going to now? Hit my target again. So sometimes we go like this and bounce, or straight up and then coming back. Ending up as around, you can see this red line. It's testing right now. So nothing really changed much, but we have the really the blue line is the support. But if it breaks the support, I see it coming down here to $5, which I predicted way back, and then it will bounce, okay, up here, and my coming down and test $4. Okay, I'm not sure when it's gonna happen, but usually it happens. You can see my prediction before, and it just takes a while to play out, but usually that's how it works. And this will be $6.50. Okay. So, all right. Next we have CRWV. CRWV 7% low. Okay. Let me delete all this. You can see that it broke above, coming back to test. Fell, went back to the channel, tried to came up today, fail. So where is the next level? Is 63. Very oversold. And let me do a measurement. Look like it dropped about 53. If we drop down to all the way to the last high, last high, it will be 56%. So usually when it drops a lot like that, it will bounce back. So I'm thinking this will be a good support for a bounce. So from a lot of charts that I just look at, looks like next couple weeks we might have a rally. I don't know when or how, but it will happen. Maybe some good news, maybe something for people to enjoy during the holiday, the Thanksgiving, but we will see. All right, next is coin. Okay, so coin. Oops. Last 2 weeks ago, no, a little bit more, I look at coin based on my subscriber request. So I say at that time it might bounce to 315, all right, to 336, which is the red line right here, right? It did not touch that, but it went to as high as 325, so it did already. And I say, if not, if it doesn't work, it might come back and test 254. Well, it went even lower than that. So what's next? Okay, so right here we got the support. Okay, Let me change to the different color. And then we have another gap right here at 208. Okay, so 208 seemed like to be a really solid support, but I'm not sure it's gonna hit there or not. We never know. But let's say, let me see, for the past almost 2 months, it dropped 39%. If it dropped to the blue line, it would be 45%. So it's possible it might get there. With the recent Bitcoin, Ethereum, and MicroStrategy. Okay, so I am not sure it's gonna come down, but when others coming up, most likely I see it will test 268, right? But there's a chance of it coming down to 210. Okay, 210 and then bounce. Okay, but most likely we see a bounce because we've been selling so much, and I don't think there's many people that there's still seller right there, unless we get a bounce and then pull back more. So we will see. Oracle, I haven't covered Oracle since last earning, and you can see it actually came back and filled this gap. If let me see, let me quickly draw red line. Okay, if use this. Okay, so it looks like okay, so what I'm seeing is it actually got a good support here at 210. And it's really oversold. So I'm thinking it might come down a little bit tomorrow, all the way to, let's say, 201, and then bounce back. Maybe to 230 something, about, I would say about 10-15% in a week or two, and then pull back. Probably here at 182. Okay, so it's right now it's a lot of selling and people are scared, but this is how someone come in and buy for a dip, right? When people are scared, come in and buy for a dip. And this is 181. 82. All right. Let me see. Let me go HIMS. I'm trying to hit a lot of people favorite. So you saw what I did with HIMS, right? I say it's gonna come back to 46 and then pull back, or it can go lower when it was 2 weeks ago. So 36 was my target, so it actually went past it. The next one is this gap right here at $30. Okay, so we got $30 at the major support and the gap fill. So it may come down and then bounce back to at least 41 here, or it will or maybe 42. Okay, and this is 30. But I'm seeing more chance of a bounce at least tomorrow, into next week to 42. So we will see, but either way, there are more chance of a bounce now. See, so as you can see, I went through so many stocks and looked like a lot of good buys. Okay, PLTR. I did the review about a week ago. So I say it already at the support here and the trend support here. It might come down even a little bit more and then coming back to test 175. And guess what? Today it actually did both. Now, what I'm seeing is still in play, but the short-term chain, this become the trend line, and this is the trend line right here. Okay, so what's next? Let me see, what's the next major one is right here at 125, and then the next one would be around here at 142. So it might come down to 142 before a bounce, but it also can bounce with everybody this coming week or two to 171 to 175. So it will have something like this effect, where I would pay 171 as my target, but I can get up all the way to the green line. Nope, I put it the red now because we switch. Okay, so this is for PLTR. Let me go down the list again. All right, strategy. Well, a lot of people asked for this, and I'm going to review it again. For the last 6 weeks now, it dropped 50%. Okay, which is a lot. And you can see when about right after earning, when it hit 237, I say it might bounce, but then most likely it will come back, or it can actually go lower and test the purple line, which is 197, and then the next line will be 177. It's actually a little bit lower, like this. That's 173. So it touch it and pull up a little bit. So now I expect a bounce to probably 219. So 219 up here, and maybe it will pull back. Okay, and then it bounces again to 237. All right, something like this. But it is really oversold, and now it can bounce 10-15%, no problem. All right, let me see anything else I want to cover. Okay, last one, I will cover Intel. All right, so Intel, last time I looked at it was around November, so about 2 weeks ago. I say most likely we will break down and test 33. So Well, guess what happened? Today we did hit 33 something. So now I expect a bounce to at least 36 or even 37. Okay, so this will stay and look like it seems like we will have a bounce. Okay, probably tomorrow I will review the indices and gold and oil and dollar. But for now, this is good enough. And I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. Thanks. Bye.